Gentlemen, let's be honest, it's mostly just gentlemen.
Gay!
Today we are reviewing this right here, Ghostbusters Undertaker. What a really wacky and weird collaboration. You've got Ghostbusters, you've got the WWE. Why not have Ghostbusters and the WWE go together in an elite action figure set? And this is by far the very coolest figure in the set. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's review this fig right about now. And first things first, before we get into the actual figure itself, we'll take a look at the packaging as we do here on the channel. So yeah, that's the front of the packaging. It looks like the only accessories you get included with this figure are, of course, this green translucent title belt, which is very neat. And then, of course, a hat, which is what I'm assuming is removable as well. So yeah, just two accessories there. Side of the packaging has his name, Undertaker. Other side, we get a picture of the man himself looking very ghostly and evil. And then on the back of the packaging here, we get this really sweet artwork, also featuring the other figures in the set, which you can get. Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, The Rock. Bro, what is up with that Photoshop of The Rock right there?
Jesus Christ.
And Shawn Michaels. So yeah, a lot of big names, notable guys in the world of professional wrestling in this Ghostbusters themed WWE action figure set. Pretty neat. In all honesty though, this is the figure to get for me. I'm not really interested in any of the others. I just think this figure fits so well in the actual theme of The Undertaker. You know, he's kind of like a ghost, all purple and whatnot. And then of course that really cool green title belt, which this is the only way to get that green translucent title belt. I think it's a win-win. But anyway, that's the packaging. It's time to get the figure up out of the packaging. And of course, how are we going to do that? Well, with this trusty Swiss Army knife. I'm going to crack him up out of the packaging right now, put him on display. Let's take a closer look at him right now. Here we go. We have the figure up out of the packaging, and I gotta say, this thing is absolutely amazing in person. Like, it is just such a cool figure. So very unique too. Now I must say, the material that this action figure is made of, it isn't like any regular old plastic. I mean, it did feel slightly more softer, and even when I tried to loosen up the joints before I would pose him here, basically the joints were like super stiff and cracking a lot. But nonetheless, he's fine now. But this material that he's made of, it is not like the regular old plastic you would get on other elite action figures. There's something slightly different about it. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. And there you see, I got him posed with that nice title belt over his shoulder. It is even more cooler outside the packaging, not just the figure, but that belt as well too. And yes, I was correct in assuming that you can actually remove his hat as well, which I will do right here. Boop. Okay, there we go. Hat removed. There we go. That's the Undertaker. Let's take a look at this title belt now from him as well. Get him posed back here while we do that. So yeah, this is the title belt that he comes with. It's kind of like an old school winged eagle look as well too. And like I said, it is translucent, so you can kind of see there. Yeah, it's really nice. I think what would have really been awesome if they made this belt glow in the dark. That would have been really cool. Maybe it's asking a bit much, but nonetheless, yeah, just would have added to the extra neat factor. Unfortunately, it is not glow in the dark, but hey, still nice. And then the actual Undertaker figure itself here, if we'll take a little close-up look of it, you can see it is just amazing. The eyes are highlighted in white, but as you see, the rest of the figure, it's all like this translucent purple, just simply amazing. And another thing too that's worth pointing out, which you can probably just see here in the camera, is that he actually has like the tattoo detail kind of just slightly darker on his arms. It's very hard to make out, but nonetheless you can see it pretty good in person. So yeah, his tattoo detail, or the outline of his tattoos, is still visibly there on the action figure, so that's pretty sweet. And then of course, taking a look at the actual face itself, getting a little bit in depth there, a little bit of a 360, so you can see what's going on. The only really major flaw I can point out, apart from the really weird cracking of the stiff joints, is basically just on the back here. It's pretty hard to tell, but there are these two little black dots, which I did try scratching off, but didn't really work. But yeah, it's pretty much the only nitpick I could just point out with this figure. Otherwise, it's pretty cool. So yeah. Anyway, I think it's time to wrap this video up and give this guy a final review score from 1 to 10. So let's get stuck into that. Alright, so Ghostbusters crossed with WWE Undertaker action figure. What does he get for the final review score from 1 to 10? Well, I'm going to tell you, it is a solid 9. That's right, a 9 out of 10. This is a great action figure. The only thing I think it's holding it back from being a perfect 10 is just, if you know, that title belt that he comes with right there was glow in the dark. I think that would really set it off. Or heck, even the actual figure itself, they were able to somehow make that purple translucentness glow in the dark. I think that would be really cool. I like little features like that on action figures. Really makes it pop when you have them on display on your shelf. You know, you happen to flick a switch and bam, you know, the figure stands out all bright and glowing. It's really cool. So I think, you know, that's the one thing holding it back from being a 10. That, and, you know, it would have been nice to get some kind of cool cloth purple coat with it. But nonetheless, it's still a great action figure. 9 for the 1 to 10 on this action figure that you see right before you. Now, before we end the video, a little bit of a comparison. Here we go. Here's what a regular Undertaker Elite looks like. Bit of a height difference going on over here, but you know, I've put him on with the same type of title belt. But yeah, they're very cool action figures. But this one is in a league of its own, because we'll probably never ever see anything quite like it for quite some time. So it's unique, it's bright, it's cool. I think if you have the opportunity, you should definitely get this action figure. Guys, thank you very much for joining me here today for yet another review here on the channel. I thank you very much for watching. You know what to do if you've enjoyed yourself. Slap a like on the video, and don't be a stranger. Feel free to say something in the comments, because you know, the more interaction I get on the videos, the more better I feel that I'm doing something good in the world. You know, I'm just trying to live my life the best way I can in quarantine, as we all are. Anyway, have yourselves a great day, guys. Bye bye.